So at this stage, you're ready to start. So you're going to go ahead and do File, New. And I'm going to go ahead and keep the letter size. And we're going to say OK. Those source pictures that you located. Now, I actually photographed my glasses to take a source picture. To put your source pictures in, you can File and you can Place. So you're going to place an image into there. In the essence of time, because when I put mine in, well, here. When I put mine in, if this happens, like this picture happens to be really, really, really big, I'm going to zoom out quite dramatically. I'm going to hold the Shift key down, and then I'm going to zoom back in. You could see it was a very, very, very big picture in relation to the size. Again, I hold that Shift key to make sure it doesn't kind of stretch out looking funky. And so when you're happy with it, just click off of it and you're ready to go. Now, this is what I have. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and begin working with my pen tool. So I can zoom in. I'm going to Control plus to zoom in. You can also zoom in over here, but I find Control plus to be a little bit easier. You can see I've got a lot of stuff around my picture, but what I'm going to focus on is I'm going to focus on my glasses. And I need to figure out the best ways for me to be able to create these glasses. I'm going to start over here. I'm going to go ahead and click and hold right here. I'm going to go ahead and drag out that curve. I'm going to click and hold right here. Again, it gave me the perfect curve right now. I'm going to go all the way around these glasses. Click and hold. There we go. Click and hold. No, I shouldn't have clicked and held because it gave me too much of a curve in relation to what I just put out. So I'm actually going to just click my way up. Don't do that. All right, I'm going to change this one. When we're done, I'll change that and I'll convert that right up here. So I'll explain how that's done in just a few minutes. I'll convert all of those. I'll go ahead and I'll put another one in there. There. Now notice I have my fill as white. I probably should have taken my fill out to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to go ahead and finish it and then hit the V key. So that's finished. I'm going to go ahead to this selection tool right now though. So this is a direct selection tool and this is how I can convert some of these points to curves. So I'm going to select that anchor point. I'm going to convert that to a curve by going up here and where it says convert. And I've now converted that to a curve. I can grab, you see where the handle pops up? Hopefully I zoom in a little bit more. You can see it, the word handle pops up. I can actually come through and I could very much, just like before, I could grab that handle and I can sort of convert that to a smoother finish. I can grab that anchor point. I can convert that one. And again, I may have to fudge it a little bit, but I've got a really nice finished piece then when I'm all done. I'm going to probably bring that guy out there. If I need to, I can also move that a little bit, etc. Okay, so that is pretty much what I'm going to do. Let me start with this one actually. I'm going to convert that to a curve. Drag that one out. And then this one, a little jumpy there. This one I'm going to go ahead and convert to that corner again so that I can get a little bit more. Where's my handle? I may have to add an anchor point. Let me go here. I'm going to add an anchor point right on this path. So I have one right there. I'm going to put it back to the regular pen tool so I don't forget later why it's not working properly. I'm going to go ahead and select that anchor point. I'm going to again convert that to a curve. I can pull that up. Get that to come out a little bit more. Get rid of that. Get this part to come out a little bit more. Maybe I need to actually move that up some to get it to the right place. But again, I can add anchor points on as I see I do need to. I'm going to zoom back out again. If I only want to build half of it, that's perfectly fine. I can build half of it and then duplicate it because I'm a little bit off in here because I couldn't see what I was quite doing. I would then work on fixing that up. So on here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that, I'm going to select that object and I'm going to go ahead and remove the fill. I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to continue working on the inside of the glasses. Okay. I can go ahead and finish it with the V. It's my shape. I can fill it now. Let's say I want to fill that with, I need to fix that up. I'm going to go ahead and grab that anchor point with my direct select tool, which is the white one. And, and work on fixing that up. Of course, I've got to convert those things to curves. But again, I can fill that now with whatever the color is I particularly wanted to put. And then I would come back in here and I would actually work with this one because this one definitely needs some help. I need to smooth all of those curves. I need to smooth all those curves out and definitely make it more functional. Okay. Now on this guy, I can also go in and I can start working with gradients. Like let's say I wanted to do let me keep that one, but instead of black, I'm going to go ahead and let me add another one. I double click over here. I'm going to actually go ahead and I'm going to make that red. I'm going to make this one red. I'm going to make this one let me make it a red, but let me deepen up that red. Okay? So I can go ahead and I can actually work with that to give some variety in the glasses. Again, of course, I would go ahead and, work with how I'm actually putting this one in, the curves around there, etc. So again, notice I've got different shapes. This is its own shape. This is its own shape. Now I can actually take this picture. Let's say I let's zoom out. Let's say I perfected it, which obviously it's not perfect. You are going to spend more time on that. You can then nudge that with your keyboard if you need to. Whatever that fill's going to be, let's say I'm going to just make it white. Okay? I can take, and I've used my regular select tool, and I've got it. I can alt-click that over. I've got a copy of it. I'm going to right-click. I'm going to transform it by reflecting it, so it's just the opposite. I'm going to transform it on the vertical. Nudge that one into place. Again, not perfect. I'm just doing it really quick. I would normally spend a lot more time on this, but that is an example. Now I can also add the arms of the glasses in there if I want to. This one in particular, I just did really, really fast, as you can tell. But again, you want to think about a stroke color if you're going to have an outer stroke on it, if you're going to leave it like how our agenda looks, where there's no outer stroke, or here, like if you can see that, there's actually really nice contrast of colors in there that sets them apart. So nice shift in colors to set your pieces apart. This back of the chair would be one. These each might be their own piece. Then you can take and you can join them together. This chair bottom would be one piece. This front right here, one piece right here. This leg would be its own. This leg would be its own. Again, you can join things together so that they all act together, but make sure you don't join until you're absolutely sure that's what you want to do, so that your piece is actually something that you can be really, really proud of. Don't forget to remove that picture. You can also delete that picture when you are done. I would probably come through and make maybe like a light blue color and do a white highlight on the glasses. Again, I would need more time to perfect it, but that's what you should be doing right now. You should be spending the time to accurately go ahead and trace it, logically trace it. I think that's where the biggest part is right now for you guys. It's to make sure that you're doing things logically. I sat and I looked at the glasses and said, all right, what's the logical way? All right, so if I do the outside, then I have that all as one piece, then I can do each lens separate. That was logical for me. But you want to think about your item and find out what's logical. Try to work it out on paper, almost like pieces to a puzzle. And don't forget too, if this one was, maybe it's not coming up, maybe it's going behind, don't forget right click, arrange, and you could bring forward. You know, I could bring that to the front. I could also arrange it, I could send it to the back if I needed it there for some reason. But again, you want to make sure that you're using all of these functions, I think, in the best manner possible. Okay, so that's where we are today as you guys are planning. You're going to want to build each of your 3 items, and we're going to talk about how we're going to add color in the background. We'll talk about all that great stuff. Okay? And that is it. Have a great time. Again, I would not add color in the background right now, only because you want to see your 3 individual items. Think about it if there's a color scheme involved. Just like someone would be doing a painting, you've got to think about that background as you're building. Say, all right, so I've got a nice pop of red here, which I want to keep in my glasses. So the next part is, maybe it's an owl that I do all in browns. And then the last one is a camera that I do in gray. What can I put in that background? Man, I really want to look at something that contrasts really well. We can try it on just like you would try clothes on. So that is it. Have fun, enjoy it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing these icon pieces.